Hello world, welcome back to the Razor RC, and we are back with another new car from Team Corally. Big shout out to Team Corally for sending this out for review, and this is the second release of 2022, the Kronos XTR 2022 edition. It is a pro tuning chassis, which basically means it comes as a roller. You will have to add all your own electronics. I think it retails for $450 here in the United States. They have basically updated the Kronos XTR. For those that don't know, the Kronos XTR is their flagship RC truck, RC car, their top of the line beast, meant for extreme bashing. That's what XTR stands for, extreme. And it is a 1/8 scale electric four-wheel drive. Truggy is what I would characterize it at. I think they call it a monster truck, but it's basically a Truggy, and part of the Kronos or Punisher line. Now, I did have a Punisher V2 in 2021. That was their new release, kind of on the same style. The Punisher and the Kronos are basically the exact same vehicle, just with a different body and tires. And so they do have some new updates and changes for 2022. We can take a look at real quick. Extreme chassis braces, HD steering blocks, pro blah blah blah, shock tower braces, dual steering rack, all kinds of improvements to the XTR line. So with the V2 line, you know, they had the Kronos and the Punisher. Then they basically made an extreme version, which was like all aluminum, all 7075 machined chassis, shock towers, Ackermann bar, all kinds of stuff. That was kind of their top line, their super basher basically. And I think again they went another level. They decided, you know, they found the weaknesses that, you know, people are breaking even on their original XTR, and so they incorporated a whole bunch of stuff. You know, I was kind of looking over all the updates and changes they made, and they pretty much addressed everything I ever broke on my Punisher. So I'll kind of talk about that as we get into the box. But yeah, this is the new 2022 edition. All the aluminum stuff, the chassis, 7075, the 7075 shock tower, 7075 ABCD hinge braces. They got the 7075 down the middle chassis brace with the carbon fiber, the full-on CNC machined front top hinge brace, which was kind of the main weakness I felt on the original V2 Kronos and Punisher. And then anything else here on the back, just your same stickers. And a little more about your stuff that comes on pretty much all of the Team Corally 6S stuff. So the big bore shocks, the aluminum center differential, the steel outdrives, and CVAs and stuff like that. Steel bearings, of course, machined CNC cut internal gears, spring steel turnbuckles, and then their massive bumpers front and rear. So yeah, let's take a look inside the box and see what it comes with. Okay, so this is my first time looking at an XTR actually. I have a Punisher, but the XTR is a bit of a different beast, certainly the well upgraded version. So checking this out kind of live as you are seeing it. Obviously comes with the quick start user guide. This is special for the Kronos XTR. You know, has instructions on how to set your toe, camber, caster. Even tells you the right height to run 30 centimeters. Oh no, lift it 30 centimeters and drop, excuse me. And then, yeah, it kind of explains how to install the servo ESC motor and the receiver box, which is what you will need to add yourself. And obviously, you need your own battery. Little gearing chart for all the different pinion sizes and to the 46 tooth spur, and it gives you the final drive. Those of us in the US like me, 6,15 is 6.15 here in the US. In Europe, they do like using the comma instead of the period. And then explain how to set your gear mesh, how to do a little shock maintenance, some parts. I think these are the older shock pistons, so they did update the shock pistons to the HD style. I don't think those are the parts for the newer shock pistons, so be aware of that if you buy replacement parts. Explain how to modify maintain your disc, some parts diagrams with all the parts that you will need. And then obviously all these spare parts with pictures so you can kind of see what is available. And then even a little screw chart showing you all the different screws. So one thing I thought was pretty cool, I didn't realize they had all these aluminum washers and screws and stuff like that in different colors. So you can get, you know, gold, green, purple, gun, metal, I would assume, blue, red, and black. Washers and stuff, wing nut buttons, all that kind of stuff if you want a different style, a different color, and I think a little notes section to, you know, take notes about your RC car or anything else you may be thinking about. Also comes with a window mask sheet. We'll explain why. Also includes an orange sticker sheet, so it's partially stickered, it looks like. And then there are additional stickers you can put on to show off your Kronos pride if you want. And then a second sticker sheet. And why do they have a second sticker sheet? I like how it's in a different color, red, white, and black. Well, the reason for that is it comes with two bodies, a clear body, pre-cut. Oh, that's pretty nice. I didn't realize they were pre-cut. Obviously, you paint on the inside and apply the stickers as you like. And then the standard Kronos XTR orange body. This is kind of the XTR specific color. They did not change it for 2022. I think the same body, same style, same paint scheme, all that stuff. But yeah, you can add your own stickers, windows, mask, whatever, to get the look that you want, or you can run it like that, I guess. I don't know. I'm more of a sticker person. Looking at the body, it is quite thick. Never really had problems with Team Corally bodies. They've always been very durable to me. I've had a Dementor, a Punisher, and also a Skeeter. And then body tethers, fairly large body clips. So that's what that is. Also a little bag of additional body clips, a pinion gear, and some screws, I assume, for the motor mount. Tethers for your second body, or if you rip one off your first body, you have replacements, which is cool. And so yeah, let's take a look at the truck itself. They got the fairly blocky, very off-road style tires. I don't think they're vented or anything, so that's probably something you want to do. Maybe drill some holes. There are a lot of videos on that, how to do that. Just allow any water or dirt that gets inside the tire to be released. Highly recommended. Aluminum stub axle, 17 millimeters, of course, with the aluminum hexes. Overall design is fairly similar to before. Something like the Skeeter was a completely new chassis, but this is pretty much an update to the previous XTR chassis. So looking at overall, we'll kind of go front to back. So same bumper as before, same shock towers and hinge pin braces, I believe. I don't know if this top hinge pin mount is different, but the hinge pin braces, you know, nice gray anodized aluminum. Pivot ball suspension, of course, with the updated steering blocks inside. The spring steel turnbuckles, they're, you know, not that thick looking, but everyone I've seen that was running these that ever broke anything, they broke the rod ends and not the actual turnbuckle. So even though they're thin, I think they're pretty darn durable. Adjustable drag link with the 25 tooth aluminum servo horn for your servo. So you will need a 25 tooth servo, of course, which is the industry standard. Anything else is kind of weird. The new tower to tower brace, so this is all new. They never had an upper brace before, just kind of a lower aluminum chassis braces, but this is very welcome. It kind of ties the front shock tower into the center differential, kind of double mounted also as well on the front of the vehicle, basically with an additional aluminum brace up top, and then your, I think it's a 12 millimeter hollow tube aluminum brace down the middle. And then kind of this cool little feature here, a little mount for your GPS sensor. So if you want to do speed runs or check the height of your vehicle, see how high it goes, that actually works. I think it fits this, the GNSS performance analyzer from Sky RC. So we will attempt to use that. I've never actually used that, so it's kind of cool. I actually have a vehicle to mount that to. Sliding aluminum motor mount with top screw adjustable mounts, so basically you can slide it in and out. New spring steel outdrives all the way around the center drive shafts, the axle drive shafts, the outdrives, everything are using the spring steel. Nice little bronze colored finish. I believe this dog bone is a little bit shorter than before. That was one area that they did update. I can't remember if it was on the XTR or it's new for the XTR 2022 edition, but it did shorten the drive shaft a little bit just to make it a little less likely to bend. Front and rear sway bars, of course. I do like the little middle anodized nut there to hold it in place. A little bit better than some of the other designs out there. Did update the shocks, so hard springs all around. They do have the HD pistons, which I never broke on my Corrales, but actually ran those pistons in my Max they did break in those, so it's nice to see they did update the HD pistons, aluminum shock caps, of course, the steel shock standoffs. They did also update the bottom shock rod end, so they are sort of an HD style shock rod end. That again was another area I broke on my Punisher, so it's pretty cool that they updated that. So they fixed that. 70-75 chassis braces down the middle. Again, that was something I felt was a weakness on my Punisher. They did update that. I mean, that came on the XTR, but you know, a very welcome durability improvement, as well as the front brace up here. So they used to kind of have like a brace from the shock tower down to this middle brace, but now it's been kind of replaced by this tower-to-tower brace. Carbon fiber stiffener or spine down the middle. I think they call it the bridge. Basically additional stiffness down the middle, and then there's another piece I think that kind of connects the two chassis braces, the aluminum pieces there. So yeah, really nice stuff overall. Looking at the battery tray, it does have an adjustable battery tray so you can fit different lengths. Giant Velcro straps as well. Here's your little ESC tray here in the back, so that's where you want to mount it. You need a fairly long ESC wire or an extension cord to come all the way around to your receiver box out here in the front. But yeah, this thing is quite beastly. 70-75 5mm shock tires front and rear. One of the differences from the short wheelbase vehicles like the Dementor or the Jambo or the Radex is that they have these additional two composite braces up here in the back. So that always added a little more stiffness on the long wheelbase versions and made it a little less likely to flex here in the back. But then you've kind of got this additional, basically tower brace, aluminum lower brace, and then the carbon fiber spine down the middle. So you almost have like 5 levels of bracing just to tie that shock tower and diff case into the rest of the chassis. So I don't think it can flex there at all. Pretty much indestructible. One thing I kind of like about this vehicle, it looks like it's a little bit easier to work on than the Skeeter. So I have a Skeeter 4S, which has a short wheelbase chassis. This one's a little bit more wide open. The chassis is bigger, a little more space, a little bit easier to get to stuff, so that's pretty nice. There's no wheelie bar in the back, just your normal rear bumper slash skid plate kind of wrap around, and then the wing. So that actually makes it a little easier to work on. As I mentioned in some of my other videos, I don't generally actually run a wheelie bar or a front bumper. This to me actually works pretty well. It just allows you to kind of land jumps like at a steep angle like this, not slam that bumper into the ground, do a big ditch or whatever, big divot in the ground. It actually allows you to kind of roll on the power and kind of save the vehicle that way. It's more of a racing thing, I guess. You would never run a race truck with like a big bumper here in the front, so I guess I'm used to that, but I do like that. Of course, they have this little brace up top, so protect the body a little bit from impacts. But yeah, it looks super nice of all. Aluminum center differential, as I mentioned, all steel front, center, and rear differentials. Composite diff cups in the front and back, but the middle is aluminum. What else is there? I don't think there are many changes to the arms, so those look about the same. Update steering blocks, as I mentioned. And I think I covered just about everything that they updated on this vehicle. Yeah, this thing looks really, really nice. Of course, you have to add your own electronics. I'm actually going to grab my standard Team Corally 6S electronics, so the Toro X 185, probably even the steering servo from a Team Corally vehicle, and the motor from a Team Corally vehicle, 6S vehicle, and I think it'll fit nicely. Obviously, it's designed for this type of vehicle, and the Team Corally electronics honestly have insane amount of power, so we'll see if this beast can hold up to it. But yeah, this is definitely their top of the line vehicle. As much 70-75 as you can throw at a truck, this is basically what it has, as well as a carbon fiber tower brace, all that extra jazz, and I'm pretty impressed with what I see so far. So yeah, we're gonna take this out. We're definitely gonna be doing some big jumps, putting it through its paces and seeing how it performs. But anyways, if you have any questions about this, throw them down in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like, share, subscribe, add notifications button. Look for more videos soon. Thanks for watching.